TSL. And it's a single down the ground at 390. There's been won by Gladiators. Fantastic pictures these.
Well, the kind of final that we witnessed, the kind of form Shane Watson was in, the second highest run getter in the HPL PSL last year, it wasn't, it wasn't a surprise to see Quetta win. As when you talk about that kind of a start that Shane Watson was getting for Quetta throughout the season, he was just, really hard.
But the core of the team stays the same, the captain stays the same, the consistency stays the same, the management stays the same, so the results almost replicate that.
And, speaking about the firepower as well, Azhar, Jason Roy, Shane Watson, all around in this particular game, Luke Ronchi, Asif Ali. So both the teams have that strength, where they have openers who've got them starts, whether it's Luke Ronchi or whether it's Shane Watson, they've got strength at the top.
Yeah, especially with Quetta, I think their players are more in form. Jason Roy has done exceptionally well recently. They have Colin Munro in Islamabad and also Luke Ronchi. So both teams have the power hitters, but who is in better form, who is in good touch, which will be very important. I think start will be a key for both the teams, and they need to know what is the best target. So it's going to be hard on batting tracks like in Karachi that even 200, 220 might not be safe. So I think in this PSL we'll see more runs on the board. So it'll be very exciting.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the young pacers from Quetta, how they perform. Naseem Shah, Mohammad Hasnain, remember he was, man of the match in the finals last year as well. So we'll talk more about that, more about the squads, the combinations, what they need to be doing on this particular pitch, but after the short break.
एलाइड बैंक की बायोमेट्रिक एटीएम सर्विसेज ने तो सब आसान कर दिया है। अब करें कार्ड एक्टिवेट किसी भी वक्त और फिर कैश विड्रॉल, फंड्स ट्रांसफर, बिल पेमेंट्स और दीगर सर्विसेज बगैर कार्ड के।
एलाइड बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
चलें, अब मैच देखते हैं।
Nestle Fruta Vitals, Pakistan's favorite.
डेटॉल सर्फेस क्लीनर जो मिटाए 100 किस्म के दाग और करे जरासीम का खात्मा। डेटॉल, बी 100% श्योर।
अलाइड बैंक का को बैज डेबिट कार्ड पाकिस्तान का पहला डेबिट कार्ड जो यूनियन पे और पेपा दोनों की बैकिंग के साथ है। मुल्क में और मुल्क से बाहर भी सब जगह चलता है।
एलाइड बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
चलें, अब मैच देखते हैं।
क्रिकेट में भी जुड़े रहने का प्लस, हर चाय का प्लस, जीरा प्लस।
Nestle Fruta Vitals, Pakistan's favorite.
फोन उठाओ, डिलीवरी मंगाओ कहीं भी, को लूट लो ऐप से। बर्गर लैपर, 4 फायर हाउस बर्गर, 999 रुपए प्लस टैक्स। डाउनलोड गो लूट लो ऐप फॉर डिलीवरी।
जैस कैश मोबाइल अकाउंट के साथ घर बैठे मोबाइल लोड खरीदें फौरन। किसी भी नंबर पर जैस कैश ऐप डाउनलोड करें। पैसा नहीं, जैस कैश।
प्यास से गला खुश्क हो तो सिर्फ स्प्राइट नजर आती है। अपनी प्यास को स्प्राइट कर।
चट्टानों पे हो भारी, हमेशा जीत हमारी। पैंथर टायर, पैंथर लगाओ, फिक्र मिटाओ।
और जम्स का बहुत अच्छा शॉट, फील्डर की बॉलर को बेहतरीन थ्रो और जम्स रन आउट।
नया डेटॉल जो दे 100 बीमारी फैलाने वाले जरासीम से मुकम्मल तहफ़्फ़ुज़।
सब्ज रंग छा गया, मंजिल तक पहुंचा गया।
Now available online. Pakistan Cables, trusted, not to compromise.
मिजान कनोला ऑयल में बना हेल्थी खाना अब इम्यूनिटी बूस्टर प्लस के साथ, ताकि हेल्थी बोन्स और स्ट्रॉन्ग मसल से हो
अंदर का डिफेंस।
हर चीज मिजान में अच्छी लगती है।
Welcome back after the break. We are here again for Islamabad United versus Quetta Gladiators, the winners of last year, and we're talking about their team combinations and what they need to be doing to get things right, of course, on this particular pitch. Baz, you know, we've spoken a lot about how when things have moved from UAE to Pakistan, the pitch and the conditions will have a role to play in a way where we're talking about looking at high-scoring games. So, when making the team, looking at the combination, what should a team be looking at? You know, whether it's Islamabad or Quetta, you know, do you add more batsmen in the squad, in the lineup, or you're looking at you know, making a mix of adding more spinners? How do you balance it?
I think the side which has a superior bowling attack will flourish here, because you need bowlers with a lot of skill to get away, not leaking too many runs on a flat pitch. At the moment, you look at United squad, and you've got Dave Steyn hasn't arrived yet, so you've not got a lot of fast bowlers. You've got Roman Rice, who hasn't played competitive cricket for a year or so. So you're basically looking at Fahim Ashraf and your fave Shadab Khan to actually, Shadab is the captain. So I'm not quite convinced with their bowling attack right now. Maybe going forward they might improve, but the pressure will be on that bowling attack because of the very fact that they haven't, their main bowlers, Roman Rice, who probably lead the attack, hasn't played for 1 year, and Fahim Ashraf, we know that he's not in the kind of form he was a year ago.
Yeah. Speaking of Fahim Ashraf, you know, he's spoken about his form, Azhar. He was like the second highest wicket taker last year, right behind Hassan Ali. But like Baz pointed out, is he in that kind of form? Is that one of the things that Islamabad will have to look at?
Yeah, he has lately he's done well in the first class as well as in the T20 tournament. He's in decent form, which we have seen also, and also like again like he'll get a lot of confidence from the last year's PSL as well. So he's going to the same team, so I think that frame of mind will give him a lot of confidence that he can perform here. And also like the Musa Khan, I think you missed out in Islamabad team. He is one of the key member for them also, because he got pace, and in Karachi and on good wickets you need pace to disturb the batsman, and they have to step up. Both of them had to step up with their fast bowling especially.
And of course you talk about firepower that you need. Islamabad United, Asif Ali, we know what he can do. Is that something which is going to be integral in this tournament on these pitches?
Yeah, obviously Luke Ronchi, Asif Ali, all these power hitters that they do have, it'll make a huge difference. The batting, I think the batting sort of sorts itself out. But again, I go back to looking at the bowling because of the very fact that you won't get away with sort of left arm spin bowling for very economical overs because of the pitches being so good. In UAE, you could pack a couple of spinners and they could more or less guarantee you 4 or 5 very decent economical, or 8 even economical overs. So it'll be a different outlook to this PSL. It'll be more like the T20 that the world is used to: high scoring, big hits, power hitting, and then defensive bowling skills from the bowlers.
Reverse swing, are we going to see a bit of that on these pitches?
Not maybe in the early games, but maybe later on you might see dry conditions and they might get reverse swing. There are teams who are good at it. We've seen Zalmi does that really well. There are Karachi Kings they have bowlers who are specialized with reverse swing and they take care of the ball a lot better. But Islamabad, usually we have seen Islamabad or Quetta, they usually use their change of pace. They use bouncers very well and slower bouncers with that. So I think you might not see too much reverse swing today because of the night game, as well as the condition will be quite fresh.
Okay, I think we've had enough of discussion here because our men over there are waiting with the pitch and weather report, and we've got Danny Morrison and Jonty Rhodes over there, and it's sponsored by EBM Super. Seedhi Saadi Khushi Ka Maza.
Pitch and weather report brought to you by EBM Super. Seedhi Saadi Khushi Ka Maza.
So good to be back here in Karachi. It's a beautiful evening. As an ex-player, I'm not expecting to sweat too much, but for the boys who are going to be out here in the heat of the battle, perfect conditions. 22 degrees, probably only dropping down to about 17 later in the evening, so shouldn't be too much dew to speak of. Humidity, 36 degrees, and not a great deal of wind either. So not having seen any dew on the grass, on the way out, Danny Morrison, what have you seen on the pitch?
Joe, what I've seen is it's good to see you, brother, back here at the Karachi National. And I've got to say, the 22 yards, as ever, very pleased about. We know the average first innings total is around 180, 183, but we've had great scores of over 200 on this particular surface. Hoping here for the opening of 2020 and PSL Season 5. Batters have got to get out here and love it. And of course, as we all know, inside the power play is when you've got to make hay, moose it to all parts. But I tell you what, the batters should love it to bits and pieces out here.
Pitch and weather report brought to you by EBM Super. Seedhi Saadi Khushi Ka Maza.
Yeah, high scoring game is what we're always looking at when it comes to Karachi. 180 plus scores we've seen, Bazet. So is it an easy decision when you win the toss, you just put runs on the board? Is it one of those situations?
Well, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to chase, it's a chasing ground as well, because the pitch is so good, the pitch is not going to change that much. The one thing that hasn't changed is Jonty Rhodes. He's as young as ever. I wish I can be like that. Azhar is probably using the same cream that he does because he looks as good.
All right, I think we're talking about what the pitch is going to be doing. Let's hear it with the toss. It's over to Ramiz Raja and it's brought to you by Aapke Dil Mein Hamara account by Allied Bank.
Karachi, are you ready to bounce and make some noise? Well, it's the clash of the big boys tonight. We've got two champion teams here. Gladiators versus Islamabad United, led by Safraz, the Gladiators. And we've got a new skipper in United. Shadab Khan will be leading them. We've got the Oppo mascot as well, Faizan, who will hand the coin over to the home captain for tonight's game, which is Safraz. Roshan Manama will oversee the proceedings. He's the match referee. Here we go. Heads is the call. Roshan?
It's tails.
It's come down as tails. सर आप
रमीज़ बॉलिंग करेंगे हम लोग
कोई खास वजह
रमीज़ बिल्कुल देखने में पिच अच्छा लग रहा है थोड़ा सा हो सकता है कि आखिरी में ड्यू फैक्टर हो तो कोशिश करेंगे उनको जल्दी आउट करें और टारगेट को चेस करें
या पहले बैटिंग करें या बाद में करें रिजल्ट 50-50 है
जी बिल्कुल यहाँ पे पिच जो है उमन बहुत अच्छा खेलता है लास्ट ईयर भी जो मैचेस हुए थे बहुत ज़बरदस्त खेला था तो यही वजह है कि इनको रिस्ट्रिक्ट करेंगे इंशाल्लाह और फिर इसको टारगेट को चेस करेंगे
सो ग्लैडिएटर्स से क्यों टीम्स उनको डरना चाहिए या डरती हैं
आई थिंक देखिए ग्लैडिएटर की खास बात यह है कि एक तो बहुत ज़्यादा मिलजुल के खेलती है और टीम में लड़ती भी नज़र आती है तो यही खास बात है जिसकी वजह से टीम थोड़ा डरती है ग्लैडिएटर से
सो आपके 4 ओवरसीज प्रोफेशनल कौन है
आज ओवरसीज जो हमारे हैं वो जैसन रॉय हैं शेन वॉटसन है बैन कटिंग है और फवाद अहमद
फिट दिख रहे हैं एंजॉय कीजिए
थैंक यू
शादाब कितना स्कोर चाहिए आपको चेस डाउन करने के लिए
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम मेरे ख्याल से इस पिच पे काफ़ी अच्छा पिच लग रहा है बैटिंग के लिए तो हम कोशिश करेंगे 180 प्लस करने की कोशिश करेंगे
कैसा क्यों टीम्स उनको डरना चाहिए या डरती हैं?
आई थिंक देखिए ग्लैडिएटर की खास बात यह है कि एक तो बहुत ज़्यादा मिलजुल के खेलती है और टीम नजर आती है, तो यही खास बात है जिसकी वजह से टीम थोड़ा डरती है ग्लैडिएटर से।
सो आपके 4 ओवरसीज प्रोफेशनल
Nestle Fruta Vitals, Pakistan's favorite.
किधर जैज वीकली मेगा प्लस ऑफर लगाओ और फ्री जैज टीवी पर लाइव क्रिकेट के मजे उड़ाओ।
दुनिया को बता दो। Be 100% sure.
Nestle Fruta Vitals, Pakistan's favorite.
और जर्म्स का बहुत अच्छा शॉट, फील्डर की बॉलर को बेहतरीन थ्रो, ये जबरदस्त हिट और जर्म्स रन आउट।
जर्म्स कभी कोई इनको न रोके, हार न माने ये दो, सर्दी में ना हो बीमारी कोई, जब डेटॉल
Nestle Fruta Vitals, Pakistan's favorite.
किधर जैज वीकली मेगा प्लस ऑफर लगाओ और फ्री जैज टीवी पर लाइव क्रिकेट के मजे उड़ाओ।
दुनिया को बता दो।
Welcome back after the break. Quetta Gladiators has won the toss and they have elected to field once again. And my friend Maz from across the city has sent in a stat that out of 29 times, 27 times Sarfraz has opted to field first. He loves chasing, Maz.
Chase पसंद नहीं है उसको. Yeah, that's his. Even if he's playing a club game, he'll like to chase. But I don't think it's a wrong thing once you have a pitch that is that good, because the pitch is not going to deteriorate. Change नहीं होगी pitch. So if your strength is knowing that you can chase a target down, and sometimes, especially in T20 when it's a very flat wicket or it's a very good batting wicket, it's the better thing to chase, because you don't know how much to set. There's pressure on the team batting first, sort of setting the target. They think, well, 180 might be enough. It might not be. You go for 220 and you finish up getting bowled out for 160. So at least when you're chasing, you actually know the target and you know that you can trust the pitch and hit through the line.
Azhar, you as captain, if you were out there, is that something that you would have done, opted to bowl first, looking at the conditions?
Especially in the first game, where obviously there will be nerves. So 3-4 overs, they might get an advantage where batsmen are just getting settled. So if they pick up 1 or 2 wickets in that, they'll be on their course, because for setting a good total, you need to start really well. So I think that's Sarfraz always loved to bowl first anyway, but I thought today both the captains would have loved to bowl first.
Well, let's not forget they have spinners in their squad to help them, of course, restrict teams. The likes of Fawad Ahmed, he did particularly well last year, and then Mohammad Nawaz, he's been almost like somebody who's been really low-key but done really well for Quetta.
He's been one of the superstars of PSL. Since the PSL started, he's been one of the linchpin for Quetta Gladiators, and Quetta Gladiators do like these sort of all-rounders down the order, and more so with the ball, but he still has talent with the bat, which hasn't really come forward in the PSL, but they'll be looking at that too. I think Fawad Ahmed, if he bowls as well as he did last year, then Quetta Gladiators have a big chance. I thought he bowled exceptionally well last year. He bowled it slowly, and he's got the courage to actually toss it up, whereas most leg spinners fire it in T20.
And somebody like Phil Salt, in addition to HPL, PSL, we see all these players who've done particularly well in their own leagues now becoming a part of HPL, PSL, because you do need certain players, who have that strike rate and can really go out and express themselves.
Yeah, now all over the world, people not only looking at international players, they're looking at their own leagues, how they're doing in their own domestic leagues. So we've seen like Tom Benton gone from Somerset straight to a Big Bash, and then he played for England, and now he's all over. He's in all over the world playing league cricket. So yes, Phil Salt is another name, and then the normal performers that we see: Shane Watson, we see Colin Ingram, we see Colin Munro, or you go Jason Roy. They're all stamped players. They're top class player of T20. But the young players who do well in their own leagues, they're getting places in various leagues around the world.
Well, they're all impact players like you spoke about, and all the fans basically come out in huge numbers to the ground to see them, and on their screens as well. So let's hear it from them, what they have to say. It's time for Cricket Ka Junoon, and it's brought to you by Sprite. Apni प्यास को Sprite कर.
Cricket Ka Junoon brought to you by Sprite. अपनी प्यास को Sprite कर.
इससे पाकिस्तानी टीम को काफ़ी सपोर्ट मिलेगी। इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर्स जैसे कि आ रहे हैं हमारे यहाँ, तो प्लेयर्स यंगस्टर्स जो हैं वो ग्रूम हो रहे हैं।
अपने मुल्क में जो है PSL हो रहा है, तो हम बहुत एक्साइटेड हैं। मेरी फेवरेट टीम कोटा ग्लैडिएटर है, और इसमें मेरा सबसे फेवरेट प्लेयर डीजे ब्रावो है।
मेरी फेवरेट टीम कोटा है और फेवरेट प्लेयर अहमद शहजाद है।
फेवरेट प्लेयर बाबर आजम है।
मेरी फेवरेट टीम इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड है, और इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड का सबसे मेरा फेवरेट जो प्लेयर है उसका नाम शादाब खान है। तैयार हैं,
तैयार हैं, तैयार हैं, तैयार हैं,
तैयार हैं, तैयार हैं।
क्रिकेट का जुनून brought to you by Sprite. अपनी प्यास को Sprite कर.
Well, we're all gearing up for today's game. Islamabad United taking on Quetta Gladiators. Islamabad United, the faces in their management have changed, but now they have Misbah-ul Haq as part of their management. And how does that dynamic work? We obviously know he's the head coach, chief selector of the national team, and now he's with Islamabad United.
Well, back again, I think he has a history with Islamabad United, so I think he'll slot back in very nicely because still the core is pretty much the same. The senior players in that group, Luke Ronchi is now sort of promoted as an assistant as well, so I don't think there'll be an issue there. Issue right now today is a different dynamic today. Before the game, we saw that beautiful opening ceremony, and as I said, that yes, everybody loves it, but spare a thought for the players who are wanting to get out and play the game. They actually sit there and wait for the game. So we go into stats, we go into head-to-heads about the teams, but it's quite a different sort of opening game because of the fact that you have to wait for the opening ceremony first, get all that done, and then get your game face on. And also the fact that it's the first game in Pakistan and the PSL coming back into Pakistan, all that emotion as well. So I think it'll be, I think there'll be maybe a nervy start to the game, but I don't think we should read too much into the previous encounters between two teams because this will be a completely different dynamic.
Completely different.
The teams have the experience of it every time they play the first game, so yeah. they know they probably have prepared for this before.
All right, let's have a look at the teams now and see what we've got from both sides, what their core strengths are and weaknesses. But of course, there are certain core players that have been part of Islamabad United, the likes of Fahim Ashraf and Shadab Khan and many others from their side. So this is what it looks like. Bazat Quetta Gladiators, Jason Roy, Ahmed Shahzad at the top. They've got a lot of openers.
Yeah, obviously Umar Akmal is missing because of obvious reasons, and they've got Abdul Nasser, and we've also got Azam Khan, which is very interesting because before the tournament, Moin Khan said that he is their trump card and he's the power hitter in that middle. It's good that he's got a game straight away once that opening has been made. And the one thing you would say about Quetta Gladiators is that in the lower bottom order, there's nobody who can really clear the fence as consistently. Ben Cutting is there, but somebody who needs to step it up. I think Azam Khan would fill that role.
Islamabad United, Azhar, Asif Ali, Shadab Khan, Hussain Talat, Colin Ingram, again somebody who was a part of Karachi Kings. We've seen how well he's done. Surely he's somebody who's going to add a lot of batting strength to Islamabad United.
Their batting looks brilliant. I think their top four, they're all overseas players and all experienced players. So I think they will be exciting to see all of them. And their batting first, and hopefully they can put up a big run, score big runs on the board.
All right, I think it's time for another breather. We've been discussing the teams. Let's see what happens, because after this breather, it's going to be the match on the other side, so stay tuned.
दाग लगते हैं तो लगे। सर्फ एक्सेल का 15 वाला पैक है ना। सर्फ एक्सेल का नया 15 रुपए वाला पैक। अब बचे सिर्फ खर्चे से, दागों से नहीं।
अलाइड बैंक का को बैच डेबिट कार्ड पाकिस्तान का पहला डेबिट कार्ड जो यूनियन पे और पेपा दोनों की बैकिंग के साथ है। मुल्क में और मुल्क से बाहर भी सब जगह चलता है।
अलाइड बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
चलें अब मैच देखते हैं।
हवा के हम सफर हो, न गिर जाने का डर, सफर रखना है जारी, हमेशा जीत हमारी। पैंथर टायर्स, पैंथर लगाओ, फिक्र मिटाओ।
Introducing Peak Cream's Choco Lava, bigger and chunkier.
यूफोन की नई सिम से अब मिले फ्री व्हाट्सएप, इसके अलावा ढेरों मिनट्स, एमबीज और एसएमएस। तो आज ही यूफोन की नई सिम खरीदें और पाएं फ्री व्हाट्सएप। बल्तिस्तान में मिली
PSO Blaze 4T, जिसका 3D Protect फीचर दे, इंजन, क्लच और ट्रांसमिशन को एडवांस प्रोटेक्शन। PSO, आगे बढ़ने की आदत।
जैज़ कैश ऐप से करें सब कुछ अपने मोबाइल फोन से फौरन किसी भी नंबर पे जैज़ कैश ऐप डाउनलोड करें। पैसा नहीं, जैज़ कैश।
PTCL लाया 4 Mbps
Start to this home edition of PSL 5, match 1 between the big boys of the league, Gladiators versus Islamabad United. We're talking about champion stuff here in beautiful surroundings of National Stadium, Karachi. A house full, should be a lot of fun. A lot of people in. They watched the initial opening ceremony, which was very, very impressive, electric, and now wait for the game to begin. Lovely beaming faces, a lot of color in the crowd, a lot of excitement in the stands. So out there at the center, toss took place. Gladiators, captained by Safraz, called it correctly, and he wanted to field first. Roshan Manama there, the match referee. As we go through the teams, a very, very big welcome to Danny Morrison. Quetta Gladiators, Danny, your pick?
Yeah, look, great to be here, Rambo. And I love to see this PSL here, season 5, all of it here in this part of the world. And when you look at the lineups and you look at the overseas talent, and that is why this is one of the top draw franchise T20 tournaments around the globe. And yeah, Watson's back. Always good to see Watto here. Jason Roy, so exciting is this guy. And you look at him and he cuts loose. Speaking of cutting loose, Ben Cunning's here and Fawad Ahmed are the overseas players. And they are the defending champs. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going in season 5.
That is right. Islamabad United have always been impressive. I mean, look at the talent in the foreign players. Luke Ronke, well, we know that he can snatch the game away from you in the matter of a couple of overs. Then Colin Munro from New Zealand, a big striker of the ball. Colin Ingram will give them a bit of calmness in the middle order. And then we've got Asif Ali, who sort of got the headlines in the first or the second edition it was, when he displayed his power hitting and was brilliant to watch. Shadab Khan, Fahim Ashraf, a lot of local talent and a lot of potential in making it to the playoffs and probably playing the finals once again. Islamabad United, they've been the former champions. National Stadium, Karachi, fully lit up and looking glorious.
Yeah, a lot of colour here, Rambo, and you and I have discussed this off air. Very exciting in terms of the opening ceremony. It's back here. They've been waiting for so long. They've been starved of really such a massive global event. We go back to the 1996 World Cup, a production, a tournament of this magnitude.
Absolutely. Story of PSL's Pakistan is just start to the ceremony. Identified by a flying eagle. Eagle has a lot of meaning in Pakistan, because Iqbal's poetry is based around that wonderful bird. So there was the significance of that eagle. Very colorful ajrak, which is the ethnic wear here in Karachi and Sindh. Action will begin very, very soon, in a matter of minutes, so don't go away too far.
PTCL लाया 4 Mbps की कीमत में 8 Mbps अनलिमिटेड इंटरनेट। ये ऑफर सिर्फ 12-18 पे कॉल करके या करीबी PTCL यूफोन सर्विस सेंटर पे जाके हासिल की जा सकती है।
कोई भी बीमार होता है तो अब वो ऑफिस नहीं जाते।
बीमार मैं होता हूँ, नींद बाबा की उड़ जाती है।
आप अपने से पहले अपनों का ख्याल रखते हैं, इसीलिए हम आपका जुबली हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस प्लान्स, 400 प्लस हॉस्पिटल्स का नेटवर्क, कैशलेस हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस ऐप, जिससे कीजिए सब एक क्लिक पे। जुबली इंश्योरेंस, बेफिक्र मुस्तकबिल।
हो जाए मुकाबला।
रगड़ा वर्सेस नया एरियल तगड़ा।
नया एरियल जिसका डबल एक्शन फॉर्मूला करे गहराई से सफाई सिर्फ एक धुलाई में।
मुझे भी दो, मुझे भी दो, मुझे भी दो, मुझे भी दो।
बिना कट वाला शेप बनाना है जेट ब्लू 3 चलाओ, जिसके 3 क्रोमियम ब्लेड से मिले स्मूथ शेप का मजा। जिलेट ब्लू 3 जो चले 10 शेप्स तक।
Nestle Fruta Vitals, Pakistan's favorite.
माई एबीएल डिजिटल बैंकिंग से अब सब कुछ आसानी से हो जाता है। बस फेस आईडी से लॉगिन किया, क्यूआर से पेमेंट और साथ ही बिल पेमेंट्स, बस टिकट्स, फंड ट्रांसफर जैसी ढेरों बैंकिंग की वैल्यू एडेड सहूलियात भी कभी भी कहीं भी सब आपके हाथ में।
एलाइड बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
चलिए हम मैच देखते हैं।
हो जाए मुकाबला, रगड़ा वर्सेस नया एरियल तगड़ा।
नया एरियल जिसका डबल एक्शन फॉर्मूला करे गहराई से सफाई सिर्फ एक धुलाई में।
हवा के हम सफर हो न गिर जाने का डर, सफर रखना है जारी, हमेशा जीत हमारी। पैंथर टायर्स, पैंथर लगाओ, फिक्र मिटाओ।
यूफोन की नई सिम से अब मिले फ्री व्हाट्सएप, इसके अलावा ढेरों मिनट्स, एमबीज और एसएमएस। तो आज ही यूफोन की नई सिम खरीदें और पाएं फ्री व्हाट्सएप।
Nestle Fruta Vitals, Pakistan's favorite.
PTCL लाया 4 Mbps की कीमत में 8 Mbps अनलिमिटेड इंटरनेट। ये ऑफर सिर्फ 12-18 पे कॉल करके या करीबी PTCL यूफोन सर्विस सेंटर पे जाके हासिल की जा सकती है।
स्कूल खुलते ही होता है जर्म्स का अटैक, इसीलिए मैं यूज करती हूँ सेफ, जो बाकी सब साबुन के मुकाबले में दे नॉन स्टॉप प्रोटेक्शन घंटों तक। अब स्कूल में भी बचपन नॉन स्टॉप।
इसमें मजा ढूंढ लेकर आए, जो भी खाए खस्ता पाए, ये चाय को 4 चांद लगाए। बिस्कोनी चाय वाला बिस्कोनी।
किधर जैज वीकली मेगा प्लस ऑफर लगाओ और फ्री जैज टीवी।
Welcome back. It is looking absolutely electric, glorious. Do you want to use any adjective? You're most welcome to, because it's a house full tonight. And well, they had to wait for a long time really to see live action, which will begin in a short while. Richard Illingworth and Afridi, the 2 umpires out there. And let's see whether he can catch this or not. A drone catch, and he takes it quite well.
Oh, Afridi, you ripper. Wonderful set of hands, that bloke.
He's played first-class cricket. I think he used to be like a 145 kilometers fast bowler.
Get him back into the United side.
Yeah, now.
Draft him quick.
Right then, action to begin. Swing long, swing hard. That's what you are going to get in T20 cricket from Islamabad United. It's a ripper. This opening pair can absolutely nail you. We've got we're talking about Luke Ronchi. Danny, a decimator.
Well, he's actually got the best strike rate inside the power play. I think he's up around 170 odd, and Roy is not far behind him in the 150. So these two can set the tone for Islamabad United big time here in this opening match.
Yeah, eager to tee off. Isn't that Munro?
Yeah, so you're going with Munro. So in terms of that, you've got Roy that's probably going to be down at first drop and partying, and then you've got that at your advantage when you've got guys that can absolutely take you apart. So, yeah, left-hand, right-hand combination. Looking forward to it.
I was talking to the curator. He feels it's a 200 pitch, and it had a bit of gloss and sheen. It looked in great touch. Fawad will do his leg spinning duties. He's a superb leg spinner. Flights the ball, got the confidence really to flight it, and we know how valuable a leg spinner is or can be in T20 cricket.
And often starting with the new ball, and if you're confident to do that, whether you see that with left arm orthodox or a wrist spinner, you're right, Rambo. And all my excitement, of course, we're talking about strike rates. Mr. Roy, he's playing for the opposition. He's in the field.
Yeah, I know you're still jet lagged.
I know, I'm out of control already.
Absolutely. You need to be on that spider cam to get Close look.
Uppercut City, here we go, I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, he's a deadly beginner. I mean, he can absolutely upset your plans. And you've got to have a solid plan against him. He's such a big striker through the leg side. So you've got to have it on that middle and off stump area, not allow him any width, and hope for the best.
Yeah, well, he had a shocker last year in terms of strike rates and just getting runs anyway. So he's got a bit of a point to prove here as Colin Munro. And the other Kiwi, well, you know what he can do, and he has been very destructive in this part of the world. Hence the strike rate, and it's even better inside the first 6 overs. But he's been such a good servant for Islamabad United.
So they have a plan, Quetta Gladiators, and the plan is to tease them with a little left arm spin from Mohammad Nawaz. Plays a lot of T20 circuit, very good all-round cricketer. 43 wickets in 43 matches, can hold his own with the new ball. And he'll be expecting one in his arm for it to flow long on or mid-wicket. That's going to be his scoring range against the left armour. 5 men in the ring on the offside. 3 on the leg side in the ring. Here we go. And almost a catch is gone! Fast ball dismissal. It's a duck. What a start. Mohammad Nawaz does it again for Gladiators. Little bit of invite, little bit of loop, little bit of spin. The ball holding up on the surface probably. And Munro has been dismissed. What a build-up. And he's absolutely destroyed him.
How about this? The roof is just about to come off here in Karachi. First ball of season 5, and he doesn't get anywhere near this. It's a nervous little jab. Caught and bowled as easy as you like. Nawaz, time to celebrate as if he's put one in the top corner. See you later, Colin Munro. Doesn't get any more diamond of a duck than this one.
My ABL डिजिटल बैंकिंग से बस फेस आईडी से लॉगिन किया, क्यूआर से पेमेंट, कभी भी कहीं भी सब आपके हाथ में।
एलाइड बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
चलिए अब मैच देखते हैं।
नया ऑलवेज सॉफ्ट, यह है कॉटन जैसा सॉफ्ट और कपड़े के मुकाबले रहे अपनी जगह, ताकि आप मूव करें फ्रीली। अब नो कॉम्प्रोमाइज, सिर्फ 99 रुपए में।
इसी मैदान में उतरे हर एक मुश्किल से लड़ते, ये बाजी हमने मारी है, यही है रीत हमारी। पैंथर टायर, पैंथर लगाओ, फिक्र मिटाओ।
चाय के चाहने वालों के अंदाज कई, और जो समझे हर एक निराले अंदाज को, वो है टपाल, हमारी नेशनैलिटी।
David Malan has got a strike rate of 112. No is the call, misfield. It's young Mohammad Hasnan, who didn't look too tidy on that occasion, but what a great start. Against the run of play, Colin Munro turned out to be a dead duck for Mohammad Nawaz. A little bit of spin on the ball and a ginger shot, just a little circumspect. Couldn't believe his luck.
Oh, I love Munro just going, oh, look, no, I'm not running it, just hold it there.
Yeah, trial ball.
It's a butt ball, isn't it? Up.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Down the ground for a run, so we're off the mark.
Yeah, well, just that's exactly what Munro was trying to do. But, of course, Milan, a little bit more extension. But, yeah, real nervy start this from United. And in particular, Colin Munro, who was had a quick shower. Well, he might as well go back and join in the other shower.
Still a lot of firepower in that United dugout, led by a young captain. Shadab Khan captaining an international dugout for the first time, so a lot of excitement around the dugout. It's a packed house. Wonderful sight here at National Stadium, Karachi. Gleaming under lights. That's through for 4. It's a lush outfield, and it happens to be a quick one as well.
The Rockmeister. Right where he left off in 2019. Dealing in boundaries early. Here's his first one of season 5, as easy as you like.
Yeah, he's a brilliant timer of the ball, and just a little bit of width. And margin squeezed when you're bowling to this guy. Knows the call this time, but the intentions are very clear from Luke Ronchi. Is it Ronchi or Ronchi?
Can be raunchy,
Can
but
be.
it's Ronchi.
It's quite capable of ronking the opposition.
Indeed.
Cut. This time it's fielded at cover. And first over done, 5 for 1.
माय एबीएल डिजिटल बैंकिंग से बस फेस आईडी से लॉगिन किया, क्यूआर से पेमेंट, कभी भी कहीं भी सब आपके हाथ में।
एलाइड बैंक, आपके दिल में हमारा अकाउंट।
चले अब मैच देखते हैं।
हो जाए मुकाबला, रगड़ा वर्सेस नया एरियल तगड़ा।
नया एरियल जिसका डबल एक्शन फॉर्मूला करे गहराई से सफाई सिर्फ एक धुलाई में।
नया बी फ्री सुपर क्लासिक चॉकलेट, सीधी सादी खुशी का मजा।
जैज़ कैश ऐप से करें सब कुछ अपने मोबाइल फोन से। किसी भी नंबर पे जैज़ कैश ऐप डाउनलोड करें, पैसा नहीं, जैज़ कैश।
8th first bowler in T20 cricket in 254 months. It's quite an incredible way to get out and set a record. Sohail Khan can swing it both ways. There's that flashy front foot drive for 4. That is such good timing from the left-hander. Yeah, see a bit of this guy around the globe. Saw him recently at the T10 of all things in Abu Dhabi late last year. And he does love it when the ball slides.
So, what is a limb trade?
Bounce. If he gets it right, what a handful. And I think, Rambo, he'll prefer to bowl to Ronchi, just that natural bit of outswing, hence the slip in. Yeah, he's a magnificent trier, and these are not good bowling conditions as well. Well, and finds the fielder.
Yeah, when you look at the stadium, you always got someone at deep backward square for Ronchi, and then of course third man for a flashing blade is the 2 men out. But we know this is, well, it got criticised a bit last year, and in terms of bringing the boundary in so much more. This year, it's just that little bit more, and you look down there, 73, I like that, 73 there. One side's a bit smaller than the other, because you can see that at 53, back in this pocket towards our media position. And very tempting for batters inside the first 6 to go up and over, or really fly it and go hard and thrash it down into that third man area, which is there for Ronchi up against Sohail when he's bowling from the city end. To go at the ball hard, of course only 2 men out, there's the 1 man at third man, and that's it, because there's this huge amount of real estate and the ball disappears very quickly there, and it's so small.
This is a very good comeback by Sohail. Went for a 4 off the first ball, but look at how he's come back in the next 3. Forget the first hit and concentrate on what is on offer. Look forward to it. It's gone up in the air. Should be taken. No! Almost a blinder. He waits.
Great effort, wasn't it, to get around, get airborne and try and take this. This is so much of one of those go-to areas for Luke Ronchi. Hence the field set. Just mentioned deep backward square in that pocket for Ronchi with that wrist work on the onside.
Yeah, just a flick, nothing more than that. Got a good bounce and wanted to clear the fence. But this was, well, he tried his level best. This was an excellent try. Abdul Nasser was the fielder. Gave it his best shot. Nice and tight once again. Sohail, he's redeemed himself. Not a bad end to that over. 14 for 1.
यूफोन की नई सिम से अब मिले फ्री व्हाट्सएप। इसके अलावा ढेरों मिनट्स, एमबीज और एसएमएस। तो आज ही यूफोन की नई सिम खरीदें और पाएं फ्री व्हाट्सएप।
अब्बू अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते थे, फिर भी मेरे लिए ले आए।
वो मुल्क से बाहर है
और हम उसके बनाए घर में।
आप अपने से पहले अपनों का ख्याल रखते हैं, इसीलिए हम आपका जुबली इंश्योरेंस के सेविंग प्लान्स में आपके लिए है हर मुमकिन सहूलत, बेहतर फंड्स, मल्टीपल प्लान्स और एक्सपर्ट्स की गाइडेंस। जुबली इंश्योरेंस, बेफिक्र मुस्तकबिल।
हवा के हम सफर हो, न गिर जाने का डर, सफर रखना है जारी, हमेशा जीत हमारी। पैंथर टायर्स, पैंथर लगाओ, फिक्र मिटाओ।
Dangerous guy. With the bat up front, 8 from 7 balls, so they need to get rid of him ASAP. Otherwise, it's going to hurt you quite badly. Nawaz 1 for 5, started off brilliantly. He's back in again. Oh, chance! Chance! Been given a wide, but there was a stumping chance, I'm sure. Safraz really had to get the ball around a wider angle down the leg stump and just couldn't get it back in time to go for that appeal. Yeah, clearly out of his crease by a mile. Yeah, he's getting the ball to spin all right. Got it to bounce. Nice. The sweep shot. The angle to work with, and he gets the ball.
Again, it underlines the importance, I think, at the top of the order to have left-hand, right-hand combination batters. And you can often see it where you'll have bats with 1, 3 and 5 left-handers, 2, 4, 6 right-handers. It makes such a difference if you can have that balance. Or you have guys that can sit back and say, look, I'm happy to wait if we want to send a lefty in for a lefty who's got out, to keep that frustration happening from the bowling unit.
Interestingly, he's opted for a mid-wicket angle rather than the sweep angle, so he's got to work that mid-wicket range or angle. Got to get it absolutely right with length on that off-stump line against Malan. Right-hander is now on strike. All he has to do is to find the gap through the offside and he'll get a 4. Standing on that leg stump. Ronchi. Is that inside-out drive? That is magnificently played for 4. One bounce over the rope. Beautifully created.
Big cutting and no price. Lovely bit of wrist work and inside out. Yeah. Just knew the length was there.
Quicker this time. Ball is coming onto the bat very nicely. Looks to be a good pitch, this. 24 for 1. Run rate is 9. catch on the bounce to Mohammad Hasnan, who does a good job, very good job.
What? This is a goodie because it's a miss hit, but it's still humming. And for a youngster there who's not renowned with his fielding, he's still developing his game, but that is great commitment.
Right, adjusting the sweep angle. Well, they've got a fielder there now. Miron is being asked to come into the ring. Isko dhila rakhna. Danny is asking him to not fire it in. So there's that fielder there, the boundary rider. Only a single, 3 done, 26 for the loss of 1.
किधर जैज वीकली मेगा प्लस ऑफर लगाओ और फ्री जैज टीवी पर लाइव क्रिकेट के मजे उड़ाओ